Hi everyone. So coming back to a very quick topic, which is very small one, but we'll try to analyze how we use and what are the things we can gain out of this quick discussion. So we all know, right? We have a static resource where we can upload files and use those files within Salesforce. And generally static resource is used for storing css files, javascript files, images, zip files, right? And then storing sample test data and sample mock responses. Now, so far people have been using this without understanding the risk. So what is the risk with static resource, right? So if I go here and if I search for a static resource, okay, simply I can create a new resource, upload a file, and if I go to the file and if I try to access, I can click on view file. It will generate some id, it has some caching associated with it, but will not go in that detailed discussion. If I just remove this, I am still able to access this file. Now you will ask how this is risky. So let me tell you, right? So this file are accessible to all authenticated users, may it be a internal or community users, right? So any users who logs in via community with just in time handler or anything, he will, if he is a malicious user or a hacker, he can simply use the domain url plus add the file names which he can guess, and from that he can steal that data, which can be a risk with the financial or with any personal data, right? If you are storing that, so it is not recommended from the CSO standpoint or for the security standpoint to use a static resource to store any sensitive information or any information that can be a risk for your application, for your program. So in that case, what we can do, we can use asset files, right? Instead of using static resource, we can use asset files, where you can create a new file, right? Going to documents, content document, content version, that's where your file will be stored. And then you can use those files, access those files the same way you are accessing static resource. The way we access static resource is just by doing a query on static resource object, right? So if I want to access my file, I can go to this. I can simply query on the static resource object and I can access, right? The same way you can access using your content version if you upload a file, right? Yeah, this file is here. Same way you can access asset file as well from the content version object. So be mindful while using static resource. Remember that static resource are secure for certain, or not that secure, right, to store any important information. So I know most of the development teams or teams have been using this static resource for some sort of information, storing key value pair, json responses, test data. But be sure, if you are having any security concern, stop using static resource in that regard and start exploring other options. You can use custom object with rich text area or long text area field, or you can use custom metadata, or you can use asset files for that matter. This is it for this session. Thank you.